Advancements are being made every day in the medical field, but one invention that is not very well known is the 3D printer. A three-dimensional printer works like an inkjet printer, but instead of using ink, it deposits material in successive layers to manufacture an object in 3D space from digital data. Today, 3D printing is used in many other fields apart from medicine. Parts for toys, automobiles, jewelry, household objects, and a bunch of others can be created from these printers. In 1984, Charles Hull patented stereolithography. Stereolithography is a process in which material is deposited and solidified layer by layer to create a three-dimensional object. Generally, a resin-filled blade coats the object in a thin layer of photopolymer, which is then traced and solidified by an ultraviolet laser. Hull went on to create a company called 3D Systems and patented a bunch of other things that weren't nearly as interesting. 18 years later, in 2002, the Wake Forest Institute for Regenerative Medicine created a miniature working kidney that was able to filter blood and dilute urine. This would be the start of a long line of advancements that will revolutionize the medical industry. In 2008, the first person walked on a prosthetic leg, printed in the same complex structure with no assembly required. The very next year, a company called Organovo used its Novogen printer to print off the first functioning blood vessel. This year, engineers and doctors in the Netherlands used a printer made by Layerwise to manufacture a prosthetic jaw for an 83-year-old woman with chronic bone disease. Organovo expects to be able to manufacture solid organs such as hearts and livers within a generation. A chemist named Lee Cronin has developed plans for a computer that will be able to use chemical reactions to create molecules that can be injected into a chain to create prescription drugs. Such a computer could download blueprints for pills and then manufacture them in the home. Biomedical printing like this has several benefits to it. It allows for a much more personalized approach to medicine, allowing custom prosthetics to be made for a specific person. Additionally, manufactured tissues are made from the patient's own cells, which minimizes the chance of tissue rejection and eliminates the need for debilitating immunosuppressants. A 3D printer can create a much more accurate mold for casting prosthetics than the old method of hand carving an approximation of the desired part. There are some negative aspects to this type of technology, of course. The ability to print any drug that one has the blueprint for could provide serious problems with illegal drug trafficking, as well as have negative consequences for pill addicts that could cheaply print more pills at will. A German hacker by the alias of Ray has presented his recent innovation, the ability to print off previously difficult-to-obtain handcuff keys. Although Ray showed this off merely as a way to inform the police of a potential danger, the threat that persons with more malicious intent could obtain this technology is very real. Overall, however, the pros of 3D printing technology seem to outweigh the cons. The advances it has provided and continues to provide to the medical industry are phenomenal, and with printable organs coming in the near future, faster and more affordable healthcare are clearly on their way.